No, they got two logs in their eyes walking around like, see, you're the problem, pointing, poking people in the head and just, ow, hey, you have two logs coming out of your eyes. Why do you keep hitting me in the head? Is this the most biased doTERRA versus Melaleuca video ever? Well, maybe or maybe not. Well, I'm going to read off this rather long comment that somebody left on one of my videos. Her name was Linda, so shout out to you, Linda, for providing so many capital lettered words as well as a ton of like words in general. Alright, so I can tell they definitely were passionate about their stating their opinions and stuff. And I'm going to just read their whole comment and then I'm going to respond with what I actually left as a comment response on that video. You can view the original video in the link in the description below. But here's what she said. She started off with all caps. She says, "Please see these resources before taking the claims in this video seriously." That was my previous video that I'm referring to. Okay, she says, "Both of these resources are from recognized authorities on health and wellness, and both are unbiased and not selling these products." I'm going to cover that in the end. So she gives the name of Lea Jacobson, CCA certified clinical aromatherapist. We're going to cover that too. Find her video entitled, "What is the best essential oil brand?" here. So she gave a link. She then said, Lauren Geertsen, nutritional consultant and author of the books Quit PMS, Naturally End Your Menstrual Misery, and Quit Acne, a Nutritional Approach to Clear Skin, and Stronger Than the Master Poems of Manipulation and Escape. All this is in caps. She's really cap happy, I can tell. Find her article entitled 3 Reasons to Avoid Ingesting Essential Oils here. So she gave another link, and you're just like, alright, okay. How you doing? You okay? You need a hug, or what's up? No? Alright. She then goes on to say, "I have used both Melaleuca and doTERRA, and I like them both." I wouldn't be able to tell from the first part of your comment, but okay. She says, "I am not trying to bash a brand." Really? She says, "But be aware that Lance McGowan," that's me, "is a sales rep for the MLM company, doTERRA. He is not a certified clinical aromatherapist, or as we just learned, a CCA. He is a salesman, and he is putting forth what his company has told him." Hold on, I gotta sneeze. It's coming. Woo! Ooh. I was letting out the BS I was hearing. We're gonna continue. This video is promoting uses of essential oils that some authorities consider unsafe. Also, people who sell Melaleuca are sales reps for the MLM company, Melaleuca, and not CCAs. Both companies offer some good products and both have some questionable sales tactics. Is it the companies or is it the distributors or the customers? And are you overgeneralizing? Okay, we're gonna continue. She says, "Here are the problems I have with this video." I'm going to tell you what the problems I have with your comment and towards the end of this video. Alright, here we go. She says, "There is a reason that Melaleuca and other reputable companies don't market their oils as safe for internal use, and that is because they adhere to a school of thought that considers ingestion to be unsafe, no matter how pure and how good the quality is. The fact that Lance is not being upfront about why some brands of oils are not marketed as safe for internal use makes me leery of his whole presentation." I guess she told me. Well, I'm about to tell her in a second. We gonna get to that, okay? I know you wanna hear my rebuttal, but we gonna hold off on for now. Let them be heard. She says, "The safety or lack of safety of ingesting essential oils has absolutely nothing to do with quality or purity. It has everything to do with evidence that EOs should not be used internally at all, no matter what the source." Okay. Where's that evidence at? Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, here we go. "The most honest EO brands make no claims about approved for internal use or therapeutic grade. These terms are marketing tactics that have no actual meaning in the real world. Approved by who? There is no universally recognized standard on the safety of ingestion, and there is no universally recognized definition on what therapeutic grade even is. She says these terms are like the vacuous. Vacuous? I think that's going to be the word of the day. Vacuous. I'm not going to give a definition. You can Google it. These terms are like the vacuous claims of free-range eggs or all-natural. They have no legal meaning and therefore are simply marketing terms. And in the case of approved for internal use, she likes quotations in capital letters. Just by the way, it's an observation. Okay, we're going to continue though. And in the case of approved for internal use, this can be dangerous to people who take it seriously. Bottom line, never get your information about essential oils from a sales rep. Always, 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 3 alwayses, which is you should never use a superlative, but I just did in her description of the 3 alwayses because there's always exceptions. But anyways, that's we're going to continue. Do some independent research from unbiased sources. Here's a good video from a certified aromatherapist giving some common sense advice on which brands are best. Gives that link. She says, here's a good article explaining why ingestion of essential oils is a bad idea. Gives that link. She says, anyway, please be aware this is not an educational video, nor is your comment. It is a marketing video intended to push a particular product at the expense of a competitor, and this is clearly pushing the anti-essential oil agenda, anti-internal use of essential oil agenda, at the expense of me being a sales rep. Alright, here we go. I prefer Wellness Advocate, but, you know, to each their own. She says, doTERRA is a quality oil. Well, thanks for acknowledging that. Melaleuca is also a quality company. Company, oil, products, okay, anyways. Both resort to questionable tactics to promote their brand, and I would say the same about your comment. It's kind of just like, let's tear them down, y'all. I'm not going to bash, though, she said. She's not going to bash, but she did. Anyway, she says, but in the case of essential oils, I do believe that Melaleuca, oh, here we go, has at least refrained from recommending their oils for unsafe uses. Well, I guess she told me. That's the end of the video, y'all, because no, it's not. Alright, we about to lay it down right now. My response back to her, because that's how I roll. Here we go. We're going to provide the other side. We're going to try to be reasonable, alright, unlike other individuals. Here we go. I said, thank you for caring enough to leave such a detailed response and for sharing your opinions, because that's what they were. I said, I addressed your main points below with a reasonable response. So I'm emphasizing the reasonable side. That's focusing on truth and understanding and finding solutions to problems instead of creating problems due to ignorance. Okay, I said number 1. This is important. Number 1, everyone has a cognitive bias. I can use quotations too now, alright? But not everyone is aware or honest about their own. It would be in your best interest to Google that term, cognitive bias, and see how it applies to your own language so a more reasonable discussion around the facts can be had. That's really important, right? And so instead of just giving statements and then links to what you're saying, you know, looking up, hey, you are biased as well. You're biased towards anti-essential oil, or you're biased, you know, anti-internal use of essential oil, or you're biased against certain things. Everyone has a bias. Like I said, just not everyone's aware or honest about their own. So definitely she should do more research on that term, and so we all should. I've done a ton of research on it. I admit I have a bias, but so do you, and so does everybody else in their mama. Okay, here we go. Number 2. I addressed and resolved the topic of internal use of essential oils and aromatherapists' recommendations in my videos below if you're open to reason. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 video links that I have in the description below so you can check them out too. Because aromatherapists, notice it says certified aromatherapist, they have to spend money to earn that certification, and then guess what? You gotta give them money for them to give you a recommendation for something. So it's kind of like, oh, so they gotta earn money too. Okay, so aren't they kind of a sales rep for their certification payback process? Okay, let's not get into that though, because that's a whole nother video, which I already gave the link for in the link description below. Alright, here we go. Number 3, being a sales rep, aromatherapist, etc. doesn't automatically make you credible or not credible. Here we go, we're about to get real. authoritative or not authoritative, right? It's not a title. Titles don't matter. Presenting objective and fact-based evidence for claims that look at the pros and the cons from each side does make you credible and authoritative because it leads to accurate conclusions. Here we go. This is why this is towards the end, because we had to correct the sister. All right, here we go. Or correct her. I don't know if she's black or not. Which I have not seen in your comment at all. All right. Number 4. This is an educational video because it shares information from both companies in a more objective way, even though I have a home team that I root for. All right. So that's just being transparent. Nowhere did I say someone had to buy either brand, since you vote with your dollar and it's up to you what essential oils you use. Nobody is forcing you to buy anything, nor were any prices even mentioned in that video. And even if they were, it'd be for educational purposes. You can do whatever you want. All right, nobody has a gun to your head, knife to your back that says you gotta buy this or else. You know, there's none of that. Come on now. Number 5. Lastly, it would also be in your best interest to read the book below and apply it to your life in a self-reflective way, since it seems like you're being unreasonable. And that recommended reading would be How to Solve Your People Problems by Alan Godwin, which I've recommended a ton in other videos. And if you see a pattern, it's because we're not taught how to deal with conflict in school. We're taught how to take tests and then try to go to college, work a 9-to-5 job, cubicle job, house, fence, whatever it is. Get married, have kids, get the dogs, whatever. We're not taught about conflict resolution. Actually, a lot of that's probably not taught, but it just kind of happens. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is conflict resolution is not sexy, but it's like auto insurance. It'll protect you when there's an accident, or it'll help you whenever there's an issue with people. And whenever there's people, there's always going to be problems. Clearly, this person needs a hug and some oils for all of their unreasonableness, that is. Anyways, what are the lessons learned? Well, I covered a lot of that in my rebuttals. But I think the main thing is she needs to look at both sides so she can come to an accurate conclusion and not be so one-sided. And I think that's the pattern that a lot of people need to do. I try to provide the other side with each of my responses, and I'm a little bit more animated because I'm passionate about what is being said or whatever the topic is. And I think that, hey, she does have some valid points, but at the same time, we don't all have all the answers, and we need to, continue to do research, and especially like on cognitive bias, I'm gonna say that again, she need to Google that term and do a lot of research and self-reflection. Notice I mentioned self-reflection too, because people don't do that. They're just like, you the problem, instead of taking the log out of their own eyes so they can take the speck out of somebody else's, and then they can see clearly. But no, they got 2 logs in their eyes walking around like, see, you're the problem, pointing, poking people in the head, and just, ow, hey, you have 2 logs coming out of your eyes. Why do you keep hitting me in the head? Why don't you take those out of your eyes, and then we can have a conversation. Good night. Anyways, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did, share this video with somebody that would benefit from it, and most importantly, check out the links in the description below so you can continue to get your learn on, and I will see you in the next video.